My name is Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. 5 days ago, on the 6th of March 2025, I was suspended. As a senator, I was suspended illegally because I submitted a petition of sexual harassment against the President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio.
The Nigerian National Assembly is notorious for its frequent display of unprofessional behavior. On March 6, 2025, this trend reached a new level when Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan was suspended for 6 months without pay. The outspoken senator who represents Kogi Central Senatorial District had previously accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio of sexual harassment during an interview with Arise TV on February 28, 2025.
It all started on the 8th of December 2023.
Akpoti-Uduaghan, a trained lawyer turned politician, claimed that Akpabio had regularly made sexual advances towards her. After she rejected his advances, she alleged that he used his position to disrespect her and retaliate against her in the Senate. Before anyone could blink, the accomplished senator filed a formal petition for sexual harassment against the Senate president.
Petition is in my name against the President of the Nigerian Senate, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, for sexual harassment, abuse of office, and malicious obstruction of my legislative functions. You may recall, sir, that on Friday in Arise TV, I did make some statements, and I have decided to narrow these statements in a formal petition against the President of this Senate.
But not only was it dismissed by a committee presided over by the accused, but she was immediately suspended. As you may have guessed, some have praised and defended the Senate president, lauding him for handling the accusations. Still, many have called him out for abuse of office and deemed Natahsa's suspension illegal. If anything, it reminds us of lecturers who fail students who refuse to sleep with them. Even worse, the show of shame has widely been criticized as an aberration because it happened in Women's History Month. The Nigerian political landscape is widely recognized as a boys' club, and the National Assembly exemplifies this issue. In the current 10th Assembly, women hold only 4 of the 109 seats in the Senate and 17 out of the 360 seats in the House of Representatives. This results in a mere 4.2% representation of women in the National Assembly, which is alarmingly the lowest in Africa. Are the good old boys trying to push women out of politics? Is Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan their latest victim? What challenges has she been facing since she joined politics? How is she fighting back?
What's good, guys? It's T-Code here for African Glitz.
You did your part by voting me in as a senator. Now it's time for me to pay you back.
Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, a 45-year-old Nigerian-Ukrainian politician from the Ebira tribe of Kogi State, is no stranger to the media or the halls of fame in Nigeria. She has been making waves since earning a law degree from the University of Abuja and an MBA in oil and gas management from the University of Dundee. She is the proud founder of the Builders Hub Impact Investment Program, the Builders Hub Foundation, and serves as the CEO of Legend Act Group. Through these initiatives, she has actively advocated for the revival of the Ajaokuta steel mill.
In 1973, iron ore of required quantity was discovered in Itakpe in Kogi State, Nigeria. Subsequently, the National Iron Ore Mining Company, NIMCO, was founded in 1979 along with Ajaokuta Steel Company. The mission of NIMCO was to explore iron ore in various parts of the country, process and supply the iron ore concentrate to Ajaokuta Steel Company, from where the steel and liquid steel will be produced. So essentially, NIMCO will be doing the mining of iron ore while Ajaokuta Steel will be doing the processing of iron ore to steel. To construct the Ajaokuta Steel Complex, in 1979, under a cooperation agreement between Nigeria and the then Soviet Union, the construction of Ajaokuta Steel Company started. The construction was expected to be completed in 7 years, that is from 1979 to 1986. Different companies were involved in the construction of the different components of the project, while a Russian firm called Techno Export, in short TPE, were the main architects and project managers of the project. Unfortunately, President Shagari government, which started the project in 1979, was overthrown in 1983 in a coup, and another government took over, and the project was never completed as planned for in 1986.
In December 2017, she received the Presidential Award from the Nigerian Society of Engineers, as well as the African Women Leadership Award from the former Liberian Vice President Joel Taylor. A mere 3 months later, in March 2018, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan presented an investigative report to the National Assembly that exposed corruption at the Ajaokuta steel mill. While she earned widespread praise for her efforts, she also garnered many enemies in Nigerian politics, particularly after the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development accused her of spreading misinformation. Regardless, the proud native of Kogi State chose to pivot into politics, perhaps the only way she was sure she could make the change she wanted to see in Nigeria. Sadly, it's been a hell of a road. In 2018, the award-winning barrister declared her intentions to run for governor under the Social Democratic Party, flying the flag as the only woman running for the seat. Shockingly, ahead of the election in November of 2019, the Independent National Electoral Commission (NEC) disqualified Natasha Akpoti and removed her name and the logo of her party from the ballot because her running mate was underage. But the determined lawyer didn't back out. She went to court to challenge her disqualification, and she was cleared to run as governor. Later, speaking about what she was going through, the serial entrepreneur alleged that then governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, colluded with INEC to sabotage her. While speaking with BBC, Senator Natasha painfully recalled how her own people booed her and called her Ashewo while campaigning for the governorship seat.
They were booing me, shouting me, "Oh, Ashewo, get out, get out." I feel very bad, though. I feel humiliated, I swear to God. I don't do anything bad.
As you may have guessed, the brilliant lawyer lost the election but also became popular in her state, and this was all the motivation she needed to pivot once again. In May of 2022, Natasha won the PDP's primaries for the 2023 Kogi Central Senatorial election and was poised to win by several metrics. But to everyone's shock, Yahaya Bello destroyed about 5 major roads leading to the Kogi Central Senatorial District, the home of Natasha Akpoti, on the eve of the election in February 2023.
Hello Nigerians, this is Natasha, the senatorial candidate from Kogi Central on the platform of PDP. I'm right here in my hometown. We woke up this morning to the news that Yahaya Bello has instructed the excavation of all access roads leading to my hometown. My hometown is cut off from Obangede community. It's also cut off from Eka. And then right now, I'm in front of another road which was just excavated, thereby cutting me out of traveling out of my hometown. I'm going to show you. Look at it. This is it. This is the highway. So what we've done is, you can see how it was all excavated. I need to climb so they will see.
The ex-Kogi governor claimed his move was a preemptive measure to stop terrorists from unleashing havoc on the people of Kogi State. He cited a bomb blast that occurred in December 2022 during a visit by ex-President Muhammadu Buhari. Senator Natasha, however, insisted it was yet another act of sabotage against her by Yahaya Bello, who, although he was stepping down as a 2-term governor, wanted to secure Kogi for his ruling All Progressives Congress APC party and prove his allegiance to Bola Tinubu. When this move didn't work, Yahaya Bello allegedly worked with INEC to declare the opposition APC candidate the Kogi Central Senatorial District winner. The brilliant Natasha Akpoti did not back down. She challenged the result in court and was declared winner twice by the Election Tribunal in September 2023 and an Abuja Court of Appeals in October 2023. After crossing one hurdle, the courageous senator faces yet another in the National Assembly, especially from the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, who has been accused of disrespect. In July 2024, Akpabio berated the mother of three for attempting to speak during plenary without his permission. The Senate President reminded her that the Senate is not a nightclub.
We don't want it to be killed, we just want a bit of modification. We don't want the bill killed, but it should be slight modifications. It's a necessary bill.
The Senator Natasha, in the chamber, you have to be recognized before you speak.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, we are not in a nightclub.
Akpabio later apologized because his wife, whom he greatly respects, brought the matter to his attention. Unfortunately, an apology does not mean a change in behavior or remorse. Months later, Senator Ireti Kingibe walked out of the chambers after Akpabio prevented her from raising a motion regarding the demolition of properties in Abuja by the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike. A video of the incident sparked outrage online, with netizens accusing Akpabio of disrespecting female lawmakers. Almost as if they were right, another scene would play off on February 27, 2025, involving Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. The Senate President tried to relocate the seat of the Kogi Senator in the Senate chamber without her knowledge. Fearless as always, Natasha vehemently protested against the act, but the Senate President ignored her, forcing her to stand her ground. The Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Mohammed Monguno, cited sections of the Senate standing rules to justify the relocation of her seat. Monguno explained that they made the adjustment to accommodate the defection of opposition members to the majority party. The Chief Whip further warned that she could be penalized and even prevented from participating in the Senate proceedings when it was evident that Senator Natasha would not back down. Akpabio ordered security operatives to remove her from the Senate chamber so that they could continue with the day's proceedings.
Order, please.
Dismiss Senator Natasha, please. You are not recognized to speak from there. That is the order of the Senate.
Sir, order 10 on privileges. Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the contempt of breach of privilege has been
that allows suspension immediately.
Blessing Osum, popularly known as Lady Golfer on social media, came after Senator Natasha for having the guts to resist Akpabio's order, sparking speculation that she is one of the Senate President's side chicks. Lady Golfer accused Natasha of abusing her husband, Emmanuel Uduaghan, while alleging that she was a side chick who chased out the main wife.
This video I'm doing, God knows I'm just telling you because I'm from Akpabio. So I'm just telling you that you don't have any reason. You are overdoing it, madam. You are overdoing it. Your level at which you talk to people, you are so arrogant. It's too much.
Later speaking with Arise TV on February 28, 2025, the Kogi senator accused the Senate President of making inappropriate advances towards her when she visited his residence in Akwa Ibom State on December 8, 2023. On a separate occasion, the 45-year-old politician further alleged that Akpabio had insinuated that she should take care of him if she wanted her motions to receive favorable consideration in the Senate. In her opinion, the mother of three believes Akpabio was behaving like a university lecturer who consistently failed the students who had refused to sleep with him.
And then he got to this particular sitting room and he said, "Do you like my house?" I said, "Of course, sir. Every room, beautiful, nice interior, quality taste." He said, "Now that you're a senator, I'm going to create a time for us to come spend quality moments here. You will enjoy it." At that point, I just pulled away and I was like, I don't really understand what exactly that meant. But then my husband now, when I turned around, I saw my husband was already near me, and the way my husband looked at me and looked at him, I was beginning to wonder, did he hear part of that inciting statements or not?
This resulted in a protest by supporters of Akpoti-Uduaghan and Akpabio.
I am supporting Akpabio because he's a Senate President. Number two, he's somebody's husband. He's not looking at Natasha. Natasha is just a senator. He doesn't have time with Natasha. Natasha should free Akpabio. Akpabio is somebody's father. He's a grandfather. He's somebody's husband. He's somebody's son. Natasha should criticize her husband and leave Akpabio alone. A man is free to look at a woman. That is the end. He should stop blackmailing Akpabio. Akpabio is Akpabio. He should stop it.
You don't want them to investigate?
Investigate what? Did you miss Akpabio with Natahsa in the bed? You don't need Akpabio talking to Natahsa by the roadside? Did you mean Akpabio talking to Natahsa that I love you?
So you want him to win the position?
Yes.
He's already Senate president.
Okay.
But why are you supporting Senator Natasha?
No.
Why?
No, I don't want her.
You don't want her what?
You don't do me anything, but I don't want. Because there are people say them be stubborn people. So we will not need stubborn people. We want peace. We don't need stubborn people. That is why. It is us.
You support Senator Natasha? So you support the both of them?
No. I only want to.
Which one? Huh?
The Senate President, however, denied the allegations. At no time did I ever harass any woman. I was raised very well by my late single mother, and I have always upheld respect for women. I was even awarded the most gender-friendly governor in Nigeria. He said,
about a purported harassment of the distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. While I am aware that the matters are in court, however, I would like to state clearly that at no time did I ever attempt any sexual harassment on the said distinguished Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan or any other woman for that matter. I and my siblings were raised very well by my late single mother. She died in year 2000 through very difficult times, and I therefore have the highest regards for women. Even at demise, I still cry till today. I also wish to state that I also have 4 beautiful daughters. So at no time will I ever harass any woman, and I've never done so. In addition, even as a state governor, I was awarded various awards. One of them was the one you wish to know, the most gender-friendly governor in Nigeria. I served between 2007 and 2015. To God be the glory.
Regardless, during the plenary session on March 5, 2025, Senator Natasha submitted a petition calling for an investigation into Akpabio's behavior. It was immediately dismissed by the Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct and Public Petitions headed by Akpabio. The committee cited that the petition runs contrary to Senate rules and cannot be entertained. More so, Akpoti-Uduaghan had personally signed the petition instead of having it endorsed by another individual, which violates an order of the Senate. Consequently, on March 6, 2025, the chairman of the 14-chamber panel, Senator Neda Imaswen, recommended a 7-point punishment for the Kogi Central Senator. The first was suspension for 6 months for a violation of Senate standing rules, bringing the presiding officer and the entire Senate to public opprobrium. The second punishment is that Senator Natasha must submit a written apology letter to lift or reduce the duration of her suspension. Also, the Kogi Central Senator is suspended from legislative activities. Her office must remain locked, and all Senate properties in her possession must be handed over to the National Assembly clerk. That is not all. The Kogi lawmaker must not be seen near the Senate or the National Assembly, including her staff and her salaries and allowances, and those of her legislative aides are suspended. In addition, her security details are withdrawn, and during her suspension, she is banned from representing herself locally and internationally as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. While some female political figures, including Senator Ireti Kingigbe and First Lady Remi Tinubu, refused to get behind Senator Natasha, many others have shown their support. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi cautioned the Senate against making the political atmosphere toxic for women, even though Senator Akpabio claimed he was traumatized by Akpoti-Uduaghan's allegations. While speaking at an event to commemorate International Women's Day, the Senate President said the Kogi Central Senator was fond of making false accusations and he just happens to be our latest victim. He alleged previous victim is former Ekiti Governor Kayode Fayemi, who has now denied media reports that Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan once accused him of sexual harassment. The Kogi lawmaker, who had her husband's full support, noted before she walked out that the injustice against her would not be sustained and she would fight against it.
This injustice will not be sustained. The pursuit for justice.
As promised, the mother of three has filed a lawsuit against the Senate President seeking damages of 100 billion naira. In the suit, the politician referenced a Facebook post shared by Akpabio's aide that trivialized allegations.
It is a bottled anger by the Kogi lawmaker who knows nothing about legislative rules. She thinks being a lawmaker is all about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfits to the chambers.
The post reads,
I come with a heavy heart from Nigeria, but first I'd like to apologize to Honorable Kafila Obara. I am not here to bring shame to our country. I'm here to seek help for the women of Nigeria. Again, my name is Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. 5 days ago, on the 6th of March 2025, I was suspended. As a senator, I was suspended illegally because I submitted a petition of sexual harassment against the President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio. I thought that by submitting the petition, he would recuse himself and both of us will submit ourselves to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition for a fair and transparent investigation. But unfortunately, I was silenced and I was suspended. I was suspended for 6 months, amongst many other stringent conditions, such as taking away my security, taking away all the officials, vehicles, and other items that were handed over to me as a senator. My salaries will be cut off. I must not appear anywhere near the National Assembly. And for 6 months, I'm not to introduce myself or present myself as a senator locally in Nigeria or internationally. That means I'm here illegally, but I have no other place to go but to come here and speak to you women. Because this is a bigger picture. This is a bigger picture. It depicts the crisis of women political representation. My suspension is not just about me. It's about the systemic exclusion of women from political leadership in Nigeria. Women make up 3.6% of political offices, and in the Senate, it's just 2.8. We have 109 men, and only 4 of us are women. So right now, it's 108 with only 3 women. This is a clear case of political victimization, punishment for speaking out against impunity, corruption, and gender-based violence. The United Nations Declaration. The Senate's actions are an assault on democracy. I was elected by my constituents to represent them, yet a few powerful men have unilaterally decided to silence their voices by suspending me for 6 months. My call for an open and transparent investigation into harassment allegations have been met with hostility instead of accountability. If a female senator can be treated this way in the full view of the world, imagine what ordinary Nigerian women would go through every day in workplaces, in universities, and other aspects of.
Tell us, what do you think of the debacle between Senator Natasha Akpoti and Senate President Godswill Akpabio? Do you support Natasha's allegations and petition? Do you think Akpabio is punishing her for not sleeping with him? Or do you believe Akpabio's denials and claims that Akpoti-Uduaghan is found of making false accusations like this? Do you think her suspension was illegal or the right move? Finally, what do you think of Senator Natasha's political journey? Do you agree that the Nigerian political scene is a boys' club trying to push women out? Let's go to the comment section to share our opinion. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it so it can reach the right people. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified every time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching. It's Tiko here, and I'll see you again soon.